Hey, my peeps, my people, my friends, family, loved ones, welcome once again to Ebusiabi YouTube channel. Yeah, where we give our political opinions and, treat you to some good traditional African Ghanaian meal cuisine preparations. And, we'll be coming up with some social discussion also. Man, it's raining. It's been raining like 3 days continuous, and well, winter is approaching. It's not easy. It's getting cold, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, once again, welcome to your favorite and most dynamic YouTube channel, Ebusiabi YouTube channel. Yeah, please, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. Okay, subscribe, like, and share, because we're going to treat you to very rich content. Yeah, I hope you are enjoying this YouTube channel so far. And please, your suggestions, your advice, your inputs are very welcome. We can engage ourselves in conversation at the comment section. So please don't be just an observer. Okay, let's participate. Let's be, having good critical conversations on this channel. This channel is not meant to be just a one-man show. Okay, your inputs are very welcome. Your criticisms, I need your criticisms more than your praises. Okay, you guys should criticize me more, where I can do better, where I can improve. And I must say that I've had a lot of suggestions from some of my YouTube watchers and listeners. Yes, people advise me to use a mic and all of that. I thought, it wouldn't make a difference, but I'm telling you, it's made a huge difference. Well, if you are new to this channel is mainly about, politics, but we try to incorporate cooking, cooking, traditional Ghanaian or African cuisines. And, we'll be introducing you to social topics also in good time. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the year, and please, I will advise all of us to take good care of ourselves. Like when I was in school, I'm still in school. I'm in school, believe it or not. When I was in secondary school, high school, whatever, university in Ghana, there was this saying that we used to say: last days are always dangerous. We get into the latter part of the year, and last days are always dangerous. Please, if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. And if you eat, don't eat too much food, to fill your belly. Just eat a little bit. When you eat too much, you become too dull. And be mindful of what you eat and what you drink, because what you put in your body is what makes you. Okay? What you put in your body is what makes you. Make sure you avoid, a lot of processed foods. And I eat some processed food. I like corned beef. I like corned beef in my stew and in my rice, but I don't eat processed foods a lot. So be mindful of the food you put in your body, the drinks you put in your body, and even what you feed yourself with, what you listen to is very important. All right. Well, let's get into it. The main agenda for this year is to spread the good word, so that well-meaning Ghanaians come December 7th will vote the MPP out of power and keep NDC in opposition. I say well-meaning Ghanaians because not all Ghanaians are well-meaning. Well, it might not be their fault not to be well-meaning, because there are some Ghanaians who, for one reason or the other, maybe they are benefiting from this government, this present government, so they don't see any point in, of course, the government being overthrown from power or being voted out of power. Well, in a way, you will say that makes sense, but those people, they are selfish, greedy, they are filled with avarice, extreme greed, because what's going on in Ghana right now, it's nothing to write home about. My main concern for today's video, or my main topic or main point for this video, is to appeal to those Ghanaians who are sitting on the fence, whether home or abroad. If you are a Ghanaian sitting on the fence when it comes to politics, man, this is not the time for you to sit on the fence. You got to get active in politics. You may think that, oh, I mean, I'm not a politician. Whatever happens in Ghana is not my concern. Maybe you are living abroad, you are living in China, you are living in Switzerland, America, whatever. You think you are okay. I mean, I'm happy for you. You are doing great. You have a great job. You live in a beautiful house. You have a nice car. You have a beautiful family. But let's know that the same way that other people have, built and developed their countries, Ghana can do the same and even do better, because we have all the resources we need in this world to build Ghana to the standard that we love and we cherish. Ask yourself, University of Ghana, I like to use University of Ghana as an example because that's my alma mater. Why is it that when you enter the campus of Legon, University of Ghana, it looks so like it's so serene, it's so clean. It's the same Ghanaians managing that part of Ghana. So why can't we duplicate, that kind of mindset to all other parts of Ghana, right? Well, back to the main issue. Those of you sitting on the fence, I would like to refer you to this recent accident that happened in Ghana at East Legon, and I don't mean to remind family and friends of this bad incident where these two young ladies lost their lives. Their car got burnt as a result of the son of one person who calls himself a pastor, who should not even be driving, and took over a car and sped, and he oversped and hit this car that these two young ladies were in it, and these young ladies also hit an electric pole. It fell on their car and their car got burnt. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, I just cannot even wrap my head around being burnt to death through no fault of yours. What do you learn from that accident? Let me bring your mind to something. In one of the videos circulating on social media, on the internet, we all heard what this person who calls himself a pastor was saying, bragging and boasting that he even drives he drives around with no car plate, with no number plates, and the police there's question him. Like the police cannot even touch him, though he breaks the law. That's what this person who calls himself a pastor, that's what he was saying in the video. What does this, I mean, what do you make out of this statement that this person who calls himself a pastor, what do you make out of the statement? For somebody to come out and boldly say in church, mind you, he said this thing in church when he was preaching, bragging that even the police cannot stop him. So he is above the law. Somebody like this calls himself a pastor and bragging in church that he is above the law. The police cannot say nothing to him when he is even driving around with a car without a number plate, and he even drives without a driver's license. I mean, can you imagine that this person calls himself a pastor? I'm saying he calls himself a pastor because if you are a pastor, you are supposed to set a good example. But for you to brag, at church, not that you're even saying this in private, you have been so boastful at church, So I mean, this goes to point out the fact that there's so many lapses in the Ghanaian system. I mean, no country is perfect. No country is perfect, but there is nowhere in America that a pastor will go around bragging that, oh, I drive around without a driver's license. No, you cannot do that. And somebody like this with a teenage son, what kind of upbringing do you think he is inculcating into the child? Or I mean, how do you think he's bringing up the child? What kind of a model is he to his own son? And from my understanding and from some news items I've read, some articles, it's like this son who caused the accident that led to the death of these two young ladies has been kicked out of school, several different schools. It shows that this son was brought up in an indisciplined home or from an indisciplined family. You can make your own deductions, and that is what it is. Because the father is not disciplined. If the father is not disciplined, I mean, of course, if the father was disciplined, how can a 16-year-old have access to the car for him to drive? Well, in some countries, children can drive at 16 years, but Ghana, the law does not permit that. The law does not permit any person below the age of 18 to drive. So he was underage in the first place. And the main point is, you sit on the fence. Oh, I mean, I'm not bothered about politics. I'm not bothered about NPP or NDC or whatever. But then the decisions that go on affect all of us. Do you think if we had a government that cares, in the sense that a government that cares about the activities of our security services, this incident would have happened? I'm saying this because let's make our own deductions. This person calling himself a pastor said that the police cannot even stop him when he's breaking the law. So if we live in a society where the police could stop him and punish him, that punishment or whatever that reprimand that will be given to the pastor, he would have learned from it, and it would have been transferred on to the son. But because we live in a society where people think they can call themselves pastors and get away with the law, then they just become fathers and they think, everybody should bow down to them. Their sons can go around and misbehave and they think it's okay. Nobody can touch their sons because they are above the law. Don't sit on the fence. As a Ghanaian, don't sit on the fence. Some of us, we are doing this not because we benefit directly, but indirectly it affects us. Indirectly, whatever policies the politicians make in the country affects all of us. In fact, it affects you and me. Like I was just saying, if the police punish this person calling himself a pastor, is it Pastor Salifu Amako or whatever they call him? You know of the story I'm talking about. If you don't know of the story I'm talking about, please go on the internet. You can find out about Pastor Salif Amwako's son. I mean, killing two young women. Yes, through an accident. You can read about the story. So we shouldn't sit on the fence. We should not sit on the fence. Whatever policies the politicians make, it affects you and me. It's not the time to sit on the fence. It is not the time to sit on the fence, my people. Don't think that, oh, you are okay. I mean, every policies they make affect all of us. Every policies they make affect all of us. That is why some of us, we are very, active in this politics. We want our voices to be heard. At least posterity will judge all of us and they'll know. Children's unborn will know. Maybe see this video and then know, oh, this man, he stood for the right things. Don't think that, oh, you were born into an MPP family, you were born into an NDC family. So if something wrong is going on, and even it's during MPP's time or NDC's time, you're not gonna talk against it or talk about it. It is not cool. It is not cool. Every policy affects all of us. Whatever accident, the death that those young women suffered, it could be you, it could be me, it could be our family members, it could be our loved ones. Maybe you don't know those young women who passed, but for me, I don't know them, but I'm a human being. I feel it. And I think about the future. I look into the future. It could be me. It could be me driving at East Legon. It could be me burning in that car. Think about it that way. My brother, my sister, my friend, my loved ones, my family. Think about it that way. Don't think politics is for some people. Politics is for all of us. The fact that we've left politics for some people, that is why, excuse me to say, we've had a lot of, should I say, unqualified people in politics ruling us, or we've not had better people to govern us. Because if we had the good people coming in politics, good policies will be implemented, and we'll all live in a better society. Why is it that most Africans want to travel outside to America, Europe, China, and all the developed Asian countries? Why? Because they have good policies governing their systems, good policies governing their country. Good policies create better systems. I don't want to be back in Ghana, coming to enjoy time with my family, friends, and loved ones. Then some stupid guy who doesn't know how to drive hits my car. I don't want that. I don't want that. But if me and you, we keep on keeping quiet, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one day to you. Maybe you may not get an accident, but something else may happen to you. Listen, why can't we criticize our government? I'm an MPP member. I'm a member of this party, but when it's wrong, it is wrong. Why can't we criticize our government? Why is it that we have institutions that have become like puppets on strings for this present MPP government? If we had good managers of our various institutions, like our forest commissions, if you had good managers, we won't be having this galamsey menace where they are destroying all our rivers. We don't even have water, drinkable water in Ghana right now. You cannot even fetch water from the river and drink right now. When I was growing up, it wasn't like that. Why can't our institutions stand up to the government? You'll be thinking, oh, who is this guy talking like this? But man, I've worked in places. Before I traveled, I worked in a hospital that when some things were not going wrong, I'll let them know. I was at a point part of management, and I let them know. At some point, I had to quit. I had to quit management. I had to quit being a part of the management because what was going on, I personally didn't like it. So I quit. And when I quit, one of my bosses was like, "Oh, Eugene, why did you do that? You were lucky to be, no. When I'm in an environment which compromises my morals or whatever, I'm not. When I realize I'm going to quit. Though I quit, I was fighting from behind. I didn't just quit and relax. You see, so that is the main thing. Though I quit, I was not just sitting down and crossing my legs and folding my arms. I was fighting from behind the scenes. My brother, my sister, my friend, my loved one, family, this is not the time to sit on the fence. Ghana and Ghanaians deserve better. Don't think that today something has happened to somebody, it cannot happen to you. Look at what is happening in the hospitals. You go to the banks, go to every public institution. Just look. The indiscipline is just too much. The indiscipline going on is just too much. If we don't speak up, this country, Ghana, is going to collapse and right under our very eyes. Look at what is happening in Haiti right now. People have developed themselves into gangs, little gangs. If we don't take care, that is how Ghana is going to be. We shouldn't think we are far from that. This afternoon, I saw a video, and this is not an isolated case. I saw a video where some armed robbers in Adabraka went to a jewelry shop and with AK-47 assault rifles shooting into the air and robbing the jewelry store. How did we even get here? How did we even get here? What are our security forces? What are they doing? What are they doing? And please, don't think that MPP or NDC is going to salvage the problem, because we've had MPP and NDC for the past 32 years, and that's what they've given to Ghana. They've made Ghana the worst place. I mean, maybe you are living in a comfortable area, in a comfortable part of Ghana, but most parts of Ghana right now, you cannot walk around freely. You cannot. At the Braka daylight, you have armed robbers with AK-47 assault rifles. Armed robbers. How did we get here? After Jack Begbele died, I thought some of these things will be a thing of the past. Never think NDC or MPP can help us. After 32 years, if Ghana has retrogressed, if after 32 years Ghana has retrogressed, never think NDC or MPP has anything good to offer, especially with the kind of leadership that they have right now. Mr. Muhamad leading NDC and Mr. Dr. Baumia leading MPP. Ghana, we cannot entrust our lives, our hands, and our country into the hands of these two people, these two persons, Mr. Muhamad and Dr. Baumia. We cannot, because guess what? If they had anything good to offer, they would have transformed their backyard, their region. I don't mean to sound regional or tribal or ethnic or anything, but that is the fact. That is the fact. 32 years, Mr. Muhamad has been in politics for over 30 years. He's been through all the high political positions. He's been an assemblyman, a DCE, an MP, a vice president, a minister, a deputy minister. What policy does he have? What are his policies? Are these policies that transform a nation? Now, let me tell you something. Now, developed nations around the world, they don't even judge their development based on GDP, gross domestic product. They don't. You know what? They are thinking of happiness index. Happiness index is what they use to judge developed countries now. How happy people are in your country. When a country is developed, they are judging them according to their happiness index. I mean, that said about Muhamad lacking policies, this man is so greedy. He's so greedy and corrupt. Listen, Muhamad is taking ex gratia right now. Muhamad is taking ex gratia right now. He's taking his pension. Have you ever heard in Ghana which work, which public service, which civil service that you be on pension? That might be fine in the academic sector, fine. But politics, how do you be on pension, then you want to come back? What at all does Mr. Muhamad want again? What at all? When Mr. Muhamad was given his ex gratia, he asked for the residence of the vice president to be added to his. This is a greedy person. This is somebody, when he was in power, he couldn't do nothing nothing substantial for the Kayayes. The Kayayes are young ladies, mainly from the northern part of Ghana. Mr. Muhamad is from the northern part of Ghana. He became president, and what did he do? What did he do for the Kayayes? He bought them shiasiamo, big pants, so that these Kayayes, they will be carrying things on their head. If you don't know how to spell Kayaye, Kayaye is spelled Kayayye. Go find out on YouTube how Kayayes live in Ghana. Go find out on YouTube. Just search how Kayayes live in Ghana. And this part of Ghana where they breed Kayayes, they had a president. And this president, Mr. Muhamad, didn't care about them. All he cared was for them to continue to carry things on their head. Is this a person we can trust our lives into? No. There is a saying. There's a saying in Akan which goes like, "Yebesi wusu anka yeshawoma." So yebesi wusu anka yeshawoma. I don't know how to literally translate this into English, But it's like, I mean, it's like maybe we can say one good turn deserves another. One good turn deserves another. There is no good turn. There is no good turn that Mr. Muhammad has turned for him to deserve another. There is no. There is no good turn. There is no good thing. Or we can say the of-road Japan piano. There is no like to wait. If you climb a good tree, if you climb a good tree, you deserve a push. If you climb a good tree, you deserve a push. There is no better tree that Mr. Muhammad has climbed that for him to be pushed. There is no better tree. This man has traveled all around the world. They've seen all the good things. They traveled to Dubai a lot. Why haven't they implemented all the good things that they see in Dubai? Why? What does Dubai have? Dubai doesn't have the gold that we have. They don't have the diamonds that we have. They don't have the cocoa that we have. They don't have the iron ore that we have. They don't have the lithium that we have. I can go on and on and on and on. Ghana is so blessed. We should be feeding other countries. We should be giving aid to other countries. But because of poor leadership, and this Mr. Muhammad is not even ashamed of himself. He still wants to come and lead Ghana. What for? What for? What for? And back to Mr. Bawumia. Bawumia, you all know Mr. Bawumia. Bawumia is the current vice president of Ghana. And 2016, he kept on going around. We termed him the economic whiskey, blah, blah, blah. And you know what he was saying? 2016, let's say $1 was equal to 4 cedis. $1 was equal to 4 Ghana cedis. And this Mr. Bawumia, Dr. Bawumia, went around saying, oh, the economy was bad, blah, blah, blah. When they come, they were going to arrest the dollar for the cedi to be the same as the dollar, like $1 will be equal to 1 cedi. And he went on, saying this, like, the fundamentals at the time were weak, and that the exchange rate had exposed the government at the time, So we all said something like, when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So according to Dr. Bawumia, the exchange rate exposed the then government. But now look, $1 is almost 17 cedis. So what is Mr. Bawumia saying about the economy? What is Mr. Bawumia saying about the economy now? Mr. Bawumia, what are you saying about the economy now? Eh? The economy is in total shambles. Ghanaians are living like destitutes. Ghanaians have become beggars. This is not a country that we should have a beggar in. If we had good leadership, I wasn't there when Kwame Nkrumah or Sajifo himself was born and was government. But from history books and from speaking to old people and from what we've read in books, at the time, people even had vacation classes. At Legon, people were living one room for each person. But now look, because of poor leadership, look at where we are. We cannot entrust Ghana into the hands of Dr. Bawumia and Mr. Muhammad. No, we cannot. And look, one point also is, the government of Ghana, I understand through the Bank of Ghana, gave $40 million for an irrigation system to be put in place in Pualugu or at Pualugu in the northern part of Ghana. And this same vice president, also from the northern part of Ghana, could not see to the execution of this project. This person is from the north. I'm saying, you are from the northern part of Ghana. If I was a vice president from the northern part of Ghana, I will see to it that my area is developed. But these people, they don't care. They don't care about seeing their own people suffer. They don't care. So why would you want to still follow them? Are you up here? Are you really up here? Are you thinking, my brother, my sister, are you thinking, my friends, my loved ones, my family, are you guys really thinking? These guys don't care about their own people. Excuse me to say, I don't mean to use their own people in a derogatory way, but the point is, if you are a father in the home, you have to see to it that your children are fed before you go and feed people from the outside. So if your children are hungry, how can you convince me that you're going to feed somebody else's children? It doesn't make sense. It's common sense. This is common sense. It doesn't make sense. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Subscribe, like, and share. All that we are doing, or all that some of us are doing, we just want to see a Ghana where everybody will live comfortably. And it is very doable. It is very doable. Now in Ghana, just some few people are living comfortably. It is not cool. Then when you have something little that you want to enjoy, then you become a target. Then you become a target because somebody is hungry. A hungry man is an angry man. And one thing that really disturbs me most is, imagine all the industries the Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah built. Imagine all these industries were still in existence. Just imagine how many jobs these guys, the youth of Ghana could lay hands on. But the NDC, through the diversity implementation program, collapsed all these businesses. They sold it to themselves, they couldn't manage it, and they collapsed it. Let me ask you a question. If you own a business, not just a frying pan business, or even if you're a frying pan business, but I'm talking of if you own a real business, will you give your business to Mr. Muhamad, Dr. Bawumia, Mr. Lankash, or Nana Kwame Bediako to manage? I'm asking you this question. If you have a business, let's take it that Ghana is a business entity right now. If Ghana was your business with all the resources you have, would you give it to Mr. Muhammad and Mr. Bawumia to manage? I will say no. A big fat no. I will give my business to Nana Kwame Bediako to manage. I will give Ghana to Nana Kwame Bediako to manage because he is the one who has built his business from scratch. Whatever this Nana Kwame Bediako has and he has achieved, he didn't get any contract from any politician or with any party affiliations. He built his wealth from ground zero. Those are the kind of people we need to manage a country, not people who build their wealth from or they don't even build their wealth. They just amass it through politics. They don't build it. They just steal from the people, and that's what it is. It's stealing. Politicians come into politics in Ghana, and that's the easiest way to make money. Africa, let's wise up. The youth of Ghana, wise up. Africa, youth of Africa, wise up. Youth of Ghana, wise up. The good things that the family, friends, and loved ones of the politicians enjoy, you deserve the same. This is where the equity comes in. This is where the equity comes in. All the goodies that these politicians are enjoying, we all deserve the same thing because Ghana is blessed for all of us. Ghana is not blessed just for the politician, but now look, you, the poor person, we are sponsoring the lavish lifestyle of the politician. They drive in flashy cars, they live in good mansions, they go on expensive vacations. I mean, all of those things are good. They are all good. But then work hard for it. And while you, the politician, you are enjoying the lavish lifestyle, make sure that the people are also doing well. Now, you guys have even destroyed all water sources in Ghana. How can we vote for a party like this? Ghanaian youth, we are doing this for you. We are crusading for you. I'm not rich at all, but I'm comfortable. I can take care of my business. I'm not rich, but I'm very comfortable. Okay? But we want the Ghanaian community and everybody living it to be comfortable, and that is doable. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. And come December 7th, go and vote Nana Kwame Bediako of the New Force for a better Ghana. We are not joking. This is not a joke. And to my family especially, and my friends, loved ones, those who get the Teku, Sempua, and Capre, if December 7th, after December 7th, we get the results and Nana Kwame Bediako doesn't win, or Mr. Lanche Martin doesn't win, then forget it. That's it. Don't expect no Christmas, whatever. Don't expect nothing from me again. For real, I mean it. I'm in business. Because this is how I look at it. It's not easy living outside the country and working your butt off. But if you guys are not going to support us, bring change in Ghana, then it means you guys are okay with your insensitive government. I don't want to use some bad words. Okay, so if you don't help us, if you don't help those of us outside Ghana who supplement your income, who supplement your livelihood, if you don't help us to uproot this insensitive MPP and kick away and the NDC, that means you guys are very cool with MPP and NDC, and we will also be cool wherever we are, and that's it. Okay, all right. So I'll leave you with this, and just know that you should not sit on the fence. You cannot sit on the fence. Don't think you are not going to vote coming December 7th. Go and vote. Vote Nana Kwame Bediako for a better Ghana. Go and vote for Nana Kwame Bediako for a better Ghana. The past 32 years, we've had enough of the NDC and the MPP. So you go and vote. Don't say, oh, Nana Kwame will not win. If you vote, I vote, my friends vote, everybody vote for Nana Kwame Bediako, then what? NDC and MPP, they didn't come from wherever they came from with votes. It's you and me who vote before Nana Kwame Bediako will get the nod to become the president. Where we see people now, where are all those old parties? So please go and vote for Nana Kwame Bediako come December 7th, 2024 for a better Ghana. I love you all. Peace and love to you. And don't forget, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.